Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54.
The podcast. Hi!
Hello.
All right. So we're just in a great mood today. So we are here to talk about last week's episodes. So what was it? April
22nd through the 26th.
Okay, perfect. Nice full week of drama. And I'm still standing by the fact that we're just kind of leading up to sweeps because still not much is happening.
No.
Okay. So how was the rest of your week, though, before we get into GH and everything?
Pretty uneventful, which is how I like it.
Nice.
So,
and with 4 kids, that's probably not easy.
Yeah, no, we were looking forward to this weekend because we have a bowling banquet.
This weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Don't we also have the junior ROTC banquet?
We do.
And aren't you going to a wedding?
Yeah, it's a full.
All right, so Amanda's going to rest a lot this week because, so our kids are both in junior ROTC together, Air Force Division. Yeah, we have our dinner and awards ceremony on Friday night. So
I don't think my kid's getting any awards though. She does the minimal amount, but
I think
it's exciting either way.
Well, she'll
rank up for the year.
Yeah, so she'll still get a pin for that. Yeah, she'll probably get some bars you don't even know about.
We'll see.
Mine got some last year. I was just like, what?
What is that for?
I didn't know that you did that. That's awesome. Good job. But
yeah, kid stuff, like always.
It's nice when they get to high school and you don't necessarily monitor everything because you're like me, where I can't do the helicopter parenting thing. You know, I hate the fact that we have access to their grades 24/7. They're really missing the opportunity to fail and make it up on their own.
Right.
And hide it from us. I mean, I'm not saying that's the best thing that we ever did.
No, but they need
it's
to
accountability.
Learn. Yes, I absolutely agree. And even with the grades updating, they don't always update them the second that they're supposed to. So then you're in that fight of, why do you have an F? Why don't have an F? Because so-and-so hasn't put in this teacher.
Yep.
Blah, blah, and you're like, do I believe you? Do I take your phone now? Do I wait for report cards? So I don't find it to be a helpful system.
Yep.
But
we make our son tell us every Friday where his grades are, what may not have been reported yet.
There you go.
And if he's struggling in something, what he's doing to improve that.
Nice.
And occasionally I will check because I agree. Like, if they're going to put these holder spots in, I guess, for the grades, have a note.
Right.
Because some of them have the asterisk.
Yeah, some of them say this is not counted.
The asterisk.
And some,
Consistency counts.
Right.
Yes.
So that's why I'm glad I still have a kindergartner, because it's still S's and M's. And so
I can't wait to see how things change by the time she graduates,
oh my God. It'll be like minute by minute text messages. Your kid didn't turn this in. Your kid didn't turn that in. I'll die. No thanks.
Like, did you tell them?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Because that's my favorite is when the teachers, I had that last year. A teacher called me because he left a study guide at home. And I asked, like, well, did you talk to him? And I was at work.
Right.
And
I'm a little busy.
I said that I had to repeat myself to her a few times that I was at work and I was not going home to get a study guide out of his bedroom and bring it to him.
Right.
I said, does he have access to getting a new one? Will you give him a new one? She's like, well, he can just print it off. I was like, okay.
So tell him to do that.
Did you tell him to do that and make him do it during study hall?
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I immediately emailed his guidance counselor and I never heard from that woman again.
There you go.
The teacher. Not the guidance counselor. Because the guidance counselor was on my side.
That is awesome. No, so I do not like new technology for schoolwork. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on where the kindergartner is. So
Sounds
we'll
good.
still be doing this podcast.
Yes, we will.
So you can watch her grow through the years.
No, because she's so little and cute now. Yeah. She's going to become like the rest of the teenagers.
Her first and second tooth. That was the big news from last week.
So what's your going rate for the tooth fairy?
Okay, so the tooth fairy that comes to my house is pretty cheap, but for the first tooth, her father announced over phone was connected to the car so everyone can hear.
Oh, no.
Oh, the tooth fairy for the first tooth gives at least $10, $20.
What?
So for the first tooth, the tooth fairy gave $10. And luckily she lost the second one at his house, but the second one, I guess, is only worth $5 because that's all that the tooth fairy at their house gave her. But I normally do $3. $3 is where we're at.
Okay, so mine got $5 for the first, and then if the Tooth Fairy remembered to come, they got $1.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was that.
Sometimes the Tooth Fairy forgot, and my excuse was always kind of like Santa Claus. I was up too late, and if anyone's up in the house, then they can't come.
Oh,
can't come.
See, the Tooth Fairy would write my note saying that their rooms were too messy.
Oh, I like
and
that.
And they couldn't find their way to their pillow.
Oh, I really like that.
I love reverse psychology.
Yes.
It works so well.
Oh, now I wish that my older ones keep to lose because I would be using that.
Yeah. No, so that's what we do.
Yeah. So anything else with you?
No, this week I didn't do a whole lot. So I just finished my real estate classes last week. And I go for my exam this week.
But you're going to rock.
I hope so, because the next 2 days I'm going to be spent studying like crazy, recapping. But this week I kind of just took off and I read a book. I read The Jane Austen Project, and it was really, really good. I forget who the author is, but it was really good. And yesterday was my son's birthday, and we went to his robotics competition, and he's getting way too old.
Aww.
So not ready for it, but no, not much else going on. Caught up on a lot of my 2020s and the like, which actually reminded me because on the Weber episode that we talked about with the Laura adoption thing, I said that it was a 2020 episode. Wasn't entirely wrong on this. However, on Hulu, it was The American Scandals by Barbara Walters.
Okay.
And they are revisits of her stories from when she was on 2020.
Okay.
So kind of correct here.
Yeah.
Not entirely wrong. And her name was Kimberly Mays. And it was in the 80s, which was the name of the girl who she was switched at birth. And her biological parents' daughter wound up dying. And that's when they figured out that they weren't genetically connected.
Got it.
And so they went through all of that. And her mom sued the biological parents. They're not adoptive parents then, because they legit thought that they were
the parents that raised
the parents. So... And the girl was 12, 13 years old. And so she would go to court and everything and say, no, I want to stay with my family that I've known since day 2.
Right.
So stuff like that. But I did have a thought on why they gave Laura away, because wasn't Leslie a single mom at the time? I'm not saying that this is okay.
Right.
However, where the nice young family, the nice young married couple's child passed away, I could see where in that time period they decided to take the single mom's baby and give it to the
thinking that they were doing a better thing for the baby, and there's no dad to pay attention and fight for.
Right. So I don't know. That was my thinking on that. And I just had, before we get into this week's chit chat, and this week's is probably going to go just maybe a little bit longer, because we're also going to talk about the Daytime Emmys briefly before we talk about our stuff. So it's actually on the upcoming episode, because when we talked about the Webers, we actually recorded both weeks at the same time. I just want to give a heads up that I messed up Franco's actor's name. His last name is not Hogwarts. And I don't even watch Harry Potter, and I understand because it's Hogwarts, right? So I don't know Harry Potter, like, at all. Don't know where that came from, but it's Roger Howarth.
There we go.
So... my apologies, sir. Also, just a heads up, it doesn't really apply to our weekly recaps, but when we are doing anything that requires research, we're actually going to do the sources at the ends right before the ending credits. So I just wanted to point that out. So if you hear us referencing something, we may not cite it at that moment, but it will be mentioned at the end of the episode. So
gotta give credit where it's due.
Absolutely. So next Sunday is the Daytime Emmys, May 5th. And General Hospital has been nominated for...
It's a shame that you have plans, or we could have totally had a party.
Well, I don't have cable either, and isn't that on cable?
Can't you watch it on the internet somehow?
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know. What time does it start?
I have no idea.
All right.
We'll figure that out later.
I mean, I don't have plans all day.
You don't know that.
You never know. I am saying that I don't have plans all day.
All right. Well... we'll see where we are Sunday. I don't know what time I'm coming back from that wedding either.
Yeah. So. Well, we have to record next week's Sunday at some time.
At some time. I will make time for you.
I just might be all dressed it up.
Oh, fancy.
That was creepy. So let's talk about our nominees.
Alrighty. So GH only had 25 this year.
Only.
Days of Our Lives was the leader with 27. I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know either.
But they were still the second highest. Young and the Restless has 20, and Bold and the Beautiful has 12. So
I have a
GH is still going to get a good amount. Uh-oh. What's your fun fact?
No. It has to do with the nominees and when the series were nominated and what they were nominated for.
Okay.
So there's only 4 soap operas left. Okay. So let's just go into the drama series. So at the end of every single one of these categories is in a dramatic series or in a drama series. So I'm all about being efficient and time efficient. So let's just not say that full phrase at the end of every single one of these.
And they're all outstanding.
And they're all outstanding. So we don't have to we are not going to be saying outstanding in a drama series.
No.
Except for the one that is outstanding drama series. Which is all 4 soap operas are nominated. General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, The Bold and the or is it just Bold and the Beautiful, or is it
said Bold.
I know it's B&B.
B&B, yeah. I think they had started out as The Bold and Beautiful, and now people just say Bold and Beautiful because that's what it said.
All right, and then Days of Our Lives.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's, like, where else were you going to go with that? Obviously, all 4 needed to be nominated.
Because Bold and the Beautiful was not nominated for art direction, set direction, scenic design, lighting design, multiple camera editing, and music direction and composition. And then...
Which one wasn't?
Music direction and composition. No, those are all a bunch of different ones.
I know.
Bold and Beautiful.
Oh,
because they only have 12 nominations.
I was going to say that has to be the one that only has 12 because you can't.
But then Days of Our Lives was not nominated for technical team or live and direct tape sound mixing. But General Hospital was nominated for all except for outstanding hairstyling.
They do kind of keep the same hairstyles.
Maybe because it's more realistic.
But they're
Jason's hair's changed.
But the girl's hair is nothing phenomenal about it.
See, they made these nominations before the nurses' ball.
Right.
They don't get all dressed up too often.
No, they don't. Well, I mean, most of them work in a hospital, so your hair's pulled back in the ponytail anyway. But even the ones that get to be a little fancier, their hair is still the same. I will agree with the fact that they shouldn't have got that nomination.
That's just weird.
No, I agree with them. Sorry.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying it's weird. But yeah, so I thought that was just really funny that, I mean, there's only 4, and then to exclude any one of them on any of the categories, that hurts.
I mean, just the fact that these are everything.
Yeah.
Like, then they get in, I know they get into talk shows, and I thought it was funny.
The children's
courtroom drama series.
Daytime talk shows, children's programming, digital drama.
Sesame Street better win children's, because those other ones, I was like, no.
I didn't even look at the rest of them. I just went straight
through.
I did Control F and just typed in GH General Hospital.
You're a cheater. I read through the rest of them. Okay, so from GH, because that's all that really matters.
Exactly.
For outstanding lead actress.
That's the only time you're going to hear this.
Ava or Carly, who's going to win? I think it should be Ava this year.
I totally think it's going to be Ava. It has to be Ava. It has to be.
Yeah, she did really good. Carly's always awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's a strong actress in all of her storylines.
Yes.
But Ava really, pulled with that emotion.
Mara West brought it.
So,
I mean,
yeah. I think
better.
I don't know the others from the other shows, but I really don't even care. I feel like no matter what, she should win.
I agree.
So,
absolutely.
All right. Lead actor.
I think you think it's going to be John Lindstrom because I know how much you love him.
I actually am thinking it's going to be someone from one of the other soaps.
Yeah.
Because Sunny, again, strong character, great actor, but I don't remember anything jumping out at me this year that was wow, Sunny,
You mean his 25th anniversary didn't jump out at you and that special that they did on him and his What If? That's why I think he could possibly win.
No, because that was only one episode, and a lot of it was pulling from, older stuff.
Yeah.
It was an awesome episode. I'm glad they did it, but I don't feel like that takes the whole year.
Yeah.
And if Ryan/Kevin wins, okay, I'm just unimpressed with that storyline.
Yeah.
If it was between just Sunny and Ryan/Kevin, then I would actually say it should be Ryan/Kevin, but I think it's going to be one of the other soaps that take it.
Okay.
Supporting actress, Stella.
I'm sorry. I don't understand why she's nominated.
I feel like
nothing against her, but there's so many other
months ago when she was really in all of the Mike stuff, helping them cope and all that. I think that's why. I don't know. See, I don't know the other actresses from the other shows, so that's just a toss up here. I don't know.
But confused as to how she's really, I'm not saying that she doesn't have a good role, but I'm saying out of all the actresses on that show, is she the one that you would say, yeah, I don't really have a good backup
well,
either?
I mean, saying, yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I don't know who else they would nominate because all of the other people are falling into the younger category.
Because I was thinking Christina.
Yeah.
But she's not even nominated.
She's not.
I don't know. Because when do they age out of the young category and into...
I was going to say like 24, 25, but I'm not positive.
You should not have a 14-year-old going up against a 21-year-old, though.
But, I mean, Kiki's in the... We didn't get there yet, but Kiki's in the...
No, you're right.
And that's how much she has... How much? Let's speak English today. How old Kiki should be. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. I won't swear to it. I didn't research it. Just from my recollection, that's where we're at.
No, but they should. Okay.
Supporting actor, Mike or Dante?
Again, okay. I love Dante.
Because he's fine. Go ahead.
I just don't understand why he's... The only thing he did was yell at Lulu all year.
She deserved
she deserved it. But I'm just saying, that's all that he really did. I really actually hope that Max Gale, Mike, wins over anybody because he is doing a fantastic job. And the awareness, I mean, we've talked about this so many times. Yes. The fact that they are so dedicated to raising awareness about certain different challenges in life. And I mean, the way that he is just portraying Alzheimer's is, it's so believable. And I almost cry when he starts to get confused and all that, you know, because I mean, that's just, it hurts me to see him do that. And I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Mike should win.
Okay.
Young actress. Kiki now or Jocelyn?
So I want to say Jocelyn just because of where we are, but I kind of want to hold out for her to win next year because I want to see what happens with her after she handles Oscar's death.
Yes.
I don't even, honestly, it might go to somebody else just because Nell won last year.
Oh, okay.
And I believe she won last year.
I think you're right.
I'm fairly certain. We probably should have looked into that, huh? We are so prepared. Other than Kiki dying, I'm sorry. She didn't really do anything either. Although, you know what? No, she did do Kiki too. Or like her little Me Too movement. I didn't mean that, how that just came out.
I know.
Her little Me Too movement. No. Sorry. I meant that you know what?
It was a blip. That's what you meant by little. Was they didn't focus on it. It wasn't like half the year or whatever. Like Mike and the All-Timers was a huge storyline, or it continues to be a huge storyline. Kiki's was a blip in the storyline is what you meant by small.
I do think that was a really good job of portraying what she was going through. However, I do feel... Okay, the doctor, what the heck was his name?
I don't know what his name is because every time I look at him, he's Max from One Life to Live.
Yeah, I don't know that. Whatever his name was, because... we forget it now. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. The way that he treated her after she filed the report, I think is accurate.
Yes.
But unfortunately, I think it's unrealistic for everybody. No, that's Grey's Anatomy. I think that it was unrealistic to have everybody support her.
Right.
Because
that would not happen in the workplace. Especially a lot of the other doctors would automatically take the doctor's side.
Yes.
So yes, I agree with you.
Whether or not behind they were like, no, this is right. So I don't think
outwardly they have to all stick together. So that was, I mean, it was portrayed correctly from her side, but it wasn't as big of a storyline.
Dr. Bench.
There you go.
Ha! I knew it was a B.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, again, I don't know what the other storylines are, so I'm not sure if that would be one of ours or not. But I feel like
that's the only storyline that would make sense for her. And now just giving birth and leaving, I'm sorry, that does not warrant...
I mean, she was crazy before that.
She's a good actress. I mean, I totally don't like her.
The fact that she won last year, though, I don't know that they... like to give it twice in a row. And I feel like by giving it to her last year, that recognized her strength, so we don't need to do it again.
Right, because they didn't change.
Go to someone else.
It didn't change.
Right,
we didn't. She had changed after she had the child and became real, and changed her into a good person, or whatever,
or more crazy, done something different. But really, they just threw her in the insane asylum. So I don't know. Good luck to whoever wins that category, because I don't have a choice there.
Yes.
Young actor.
We don't have a choice in any of these, actually.
I mean, I do. They come to me directly for the other categories. But this one, they were like, Amanda, I just feel like you've given too much input. We're going to go with someone else.
You have more insight into the hairstyling than the young actress.
I do. You don't know who I talk to on the side. Anyway, Young actor, Cameron or Oscar. It's going to be Oscar.
It's going to be Oscar because he's going to die. He's not even going to have the option next year.
No.
Oh, that's right. He could be nominated this year for dying.
Right. Yeah. So maybe it won't be Oscar because now is only when he's dying. But I don't feel like Cameron would be it then either. This is another one they didn't ask me to choose, so I can't tell you who's going to win.
I think if it were down between the two, it would be Oscar, but I don't, and again, same as you, I don't know the other character storylines, so the other nominees' stories. But between the two, I would just say Oscar, just because he also did have to go through the realization of being diagnosed and having the medical issues and everything. Being a young man, he emancipated himself, you know?
Oh, yeah,
so, I mean, he did have some really good, strong...
That was good.
I feel like he had a lot of growth.
Yes.
Even before he turned 100% terminal.
But that's
this year.
At Dawn of Day of Dawn.
Yeah, but he got out.
And
he got out, though.
Join it in a cult. So maybe he should write a book on how to not get pulled in.
Here's how you don't join a cult.
Yes. Guest appearance. On the website I looked at, it said Mary, and I was so confused. So thank you for pointing out. It's Mary Pat. The nurse that Ryan killed and jammed her head in a apple.
Bob looking for apples thing.
Ugh. So
Patricia Bethune is the...
All right. I don't know what the other storylines are again, but I felt like she was good. Like, she played her crazy... Yeah. I mean, guest appearance is just supposed to be a little part, and she played her part strong when she was there. So I feel like she was a good...
Yeah, I don't even know who else would have been considered for that, just because there's only...
Yeah, no one else has been like a blip.
No.
Yeah.
Not that stands out, but she wouldn't have stood out either. Like, if you had blindly asked me who would fill this category for you, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Harvey. He was a jerk, but... He had a very strong... Was that last year? I feel like it was.
Was it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
well.
We'll see.
Well, you will see. All right, so I think that's it for the Daytime Emmy nominees, is it?
Yeah, then it went to writing team. Like you said, everybody was nominated.
Yeah, I'm like, they were all nominated. General Hospital was nominated for everything but outstanding hair. So,
which I agree with, because their hair is not outstanding.
Well,
kind of boring.
Let's hope that they learn their lesson from not being nominated then, and step it up next year.
Next week, they're all going to come in with these dramatic haircuts, and we're going to hate it, and then we're going to learn not to complain about not being nominated for hairstyles.
Yes.
So into this week, I usually go first. So this week you can go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were both talking about the fact that the 3 favorite and the 3 least favorite is not working out.
No, we just talk too much.
We do. We just have general talking points.
Yeah.
One thing that stood out to me was, seriously, we have not heard about Tom Hardy for years, and Felicia mentions him this week.
Yes.
But I do like the idea about the dream journal. I thought that was good. I think journaling in general is good, and not doing it on Facebook.
No.
That's
Facebook's
not a diary. No.
Oh, I totally thought that's what it was for.
No. That's why you have...
I didn't think it counted if people couldn't comment, oh no, what's wrong?
Vague booking, you mean? Having a tough day, don't ask. No, that's why. So I have a friend who told me, so I struggle with depression and anxiety, and she asked me, she was like, how can I help you? And I said, here's the thing. When I'm in it, I'm not going to be texting you.
Right.
She goes, because I don't know what that looks like in you. I was like, yeah, you never will, because I won't be talking to you.
Right.
And she said, well, can you just do me a favor? And we came up with a series of emojis that I'll just text to her, and she'll know to just pray for me and, think of me and just know that that's why maybe I'm a little bit off.
So, I love your friend. She's a genius.
She's so sweet. I love her. We've known each other since, I think, 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, but she's really, really sweet. And it's funny because, as we grow up and we share, like, our pasts and everything, she's like, I never saw some of the stuff that I've shared with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, yup, I'm good at masking. I'm a stuffer. So that was not... I have a question. When did they stop saying this character will now be played by?
I don't know.
Because they didn't do that this week.
They did not do that with Valerie.
So far, first impression, don't like her.
I don't know that you know her well enough to like her.
I said first impression. I didn't say long-term commitment.
But I don't know even first impression, because I feel like they didn't give her a good opportunity to show, like, I'm here and I can do this, because the first time you saw her was in
Kelly's
getting donuts. I almost called it Ruby's. In Kelly's getting donuts, and like you didn't know who she was at first. Like, they walked in and he started talking to Willow. Chase started talking to Willow, And she was like, do you want...
You didn't know who
whatever?
she was?
Yeah, and she walked away. It wasn't until he was like, oh, Valerie will... And I was like, why did they do it that way?
Right.
That was weird.
What happened to the role of Valerie will now be played by blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So.
And then they threw her right into going to Donna Day and getting the phone call from Christina. And that was weird, too, because I know she's a cop, but Christina was so, like, over her, I wouldn't think that was who Christina called.
Yeah. I'm just going to go through my quirk ones first, because they crack me up. Not sure how I feel about Mac being a middle-aged hipster. Because this week, I mean, seriously, the flannel and the glasses. I'm like, dude, that's what...
Okay, I do not have that in my notes, so we're all on Shannon's perspective.
Is Carly's pregnancy being sponsored by Tropicana? Because she always...
Yes! That was
Jason
good.
went and got her orange juice. And all she's drinking is orange juice, which is so healthy for you, and it really is important. I mean, they showed her taking her prenatals yesterday, or Friday.
The tests, yes.
In the kitchen, which, by the way, we've never seen somebody's kitchen, have we?
No.
That is not what I was expecting it to look like. That was not what
I thought. So much more stainless steel.
Yes. Because he is the I was not picturing soft, country, rustic. Mm-hmm. No, I was picturing hardcore Italian.
Yeah, that was wrong in my opinion. Totally wrong. But yeah, they talked about her doing her prenatal testing this week, and then she was in the kitchen, or while they were having that conversation. She was in the kitchen taking her vitamins. And then, you're right, the other week, Jocelyn was like, you need some orange juice at the hospital. And it dead on was what was it? Was it Tropicana?
It's the Tropicana bottle they're using, but without the label, because, they can't.
They can't. But, I mean, at this point, maybe they're
Tropicana should totally be Tropicana. Get on it. Just pay them some money.
Maybe.
Because we're taking notice.
Yes. Maybe they are the hidden sponsors of the Nurse's Ball. You're going to find out.
Maybe.
Next week.
Maybe. Is that it for my quirks?
Oh, then I have one that goes in that category that I will interject. When Maxie is picking out her dress for her date, I loved Nina. She's like, what do you think of this dress? And Nina's like, free gift with purchase?
Yes.
And I was like, yes, that is so funny. And like, every dress she had a comment on. I didn't write them all down, but that was so funny.
Yes.
And that was like a natural, like, I feel like if one of us were getting ready for a date, that was a conversation that would have happened between us.
Yeah.
So
I like that. No, that was funny. So kind of on the same lines, my favorite quote for the week, and I feel like we maybe should just do, because I quoted Chase last week.
Oh, see?
Because, I mean, they really do. So we do give the writers a hard time about these little things that they mess up. Although Alexis did not raise Sam is not a little thing. It's a big mistake.
I raised 3 daughters, baby.
No, you didn't. When Robert was talking to Finn after...
I didn't like that at all, by the way.
The Robert talking to Finn.
Blah, blah, blah. What the heck?
I didn't, but when Finn... I forget what Finn said beforehand, and then Robert goes, you just watched the woman claw her way out of eternal purgatory. Give her a moment. She'll be fine. I was like, yeah. I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
I thought that was my quote of the week. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do with the ring thing either. I thought that I think that he was really betting Finn, and I really think that he's going to give his blessing.
I think he is
on
too.
it, because he really dug into Anna. Are you happy? Do you see this?
I think he is too. And I know that they have a different dynamic because they truly are really good friends. Robert and Anna truly are really good friends. But it still just felt weird to me, because if my ex started talking to somebody that I was potentially marrying like that, I would be like, take a step back, buddy. This is my life. You have nothing to do with it.
But when he started to get all protective of Robin.
Yeah. Right.
Like, he was messing. But I think he was messing with her.
I think he was too, but
I thought that was funny.
No, see,
I thought that was funny.
I am a little jaded.
So, I mean, come on. She's older than we. Is she?
No,
she's our age.
Well, your age.
So she's in between us. She's our age-ish. I mean, if my mom not married someone else,
right?
There's no.
You're not going to call him dad?
No. So I thought that was funny, and I mean, Emma knows Finn. I don't think she's going to be calling him
Grandpa,
whatever she calls Robert, come up with another name,
right? No.
I just thought that
I guess I'm getting tired of that storyline. Like,
Yeah.
just have them get engaged or don't, but let's quit going back and forth. She's a grown woman. I mean, she was a spy. If she can't decide that she wants to be with someone on her own, then no.
So when is she seriously going to question Peter if Peter's hers? I don't understand the bracelet thing. And I mean, she was really, I'm glad that she not got over, but decided to make peace with, she's not going to know what her memories are.
Yes.
And everything. She seems to have really made that peace. But seriously, how did the idea that she is not Peter's mom? Never.
But Robin did. Yeah.
What else? Oh, but just real quick back to Carly, because we've talked about the fact that, they're doing a good job of making sure she's getting all of her screenings and making all that. I was really pleased to see her asking the questions about her child's possible mental health and how the doctor responded to it.
Yes.
It was very kind. It was very honest, but it was also very, okay, well, does he have other children? Something that has not been talked about. Christina's Christina.
Yeah.
And right now we're dealing with, I don't think Christina has a severe mental health disorder. I think that she is struggling to find out who she is, so I think she's lost. Obviously, she's in a cult, but I don't feel that she has a mental health concern.
Right.
How cute was Avery?
Yes.
Baby. Do you know that one of the little girls that plays Avery's name is Ava?
I saw that.
That has to totally mess with her.
You, happy birthday to them.
Yes,
the other day.
They had a birthday the other day.
Happy birthday to them.
Happy birthday, twins. And on April 27th, which was my son's birthday, Mara West and Brooklyn, whatever the heck her last name is that plays Emma.
Emma, yeah.
She turned the big 1-3.
I know.
She's a teenager now.
I feel really bad for her parents because I have a 13-year-old and 13 is hard.
It is. It is. All right. So that was all that I really had about Carly. I just wanted to tie that in because we were kind of close to where we just talked about it. What else do you have?
Oh, that they finally revealed that you were correct. We were correct that Harmony is Willow's mom.
Yes. Yes.
Not that it was a huge shock because we saw it coming, but she said it.
Do you want to know my other theory?
Go ahead.
Neil's her dad.
Who?
I think that Dr. Neil is her dad, the therapist. Because he said that he doesn't want to lose anyone else to it. And what if he lost his wife and child?
Wow, my brain never went there. Good for you.
We shall see. Because I could totally be wrong.
I know you could, but that makes sense.
I could be wrong about a lot of things here.
We are wrong about a lot. But we're right about a lot. So we're good. We're 50-50. I bet we're more than 50-50. Big, exciting news that you should be so happy about was Lulu.
You didn't just hear my eyes roll.
I think you probably could.
It was hard.
It was pretty loud. Yay, Lulu.
All right. Cafes, museum, and culture don't heal trauma.
Nope.
And I'm pretty sure the catacombs could have been a trigger.
And I could have told you before you went that your son, that's supposed to be 8, that those things were not going to keep one child occupied.
No.
If he had a sibling maybe with him or a friend or something, they could have
You mean a sibling that maybe knows a little bit about French culture?
Maybe, but why would we take her?
Well, so then she says that Charlotte makes me feel so happy, blah, 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 blah. You didn't even say goodbye to her. You didn't even call her. You didn't even FaceTime her.
You didn't even tell her that you were leaving. You had her dad tell it her, and then you refused visits from your mother. But Laura was too busy to see her anyway because she's getting back together with Kevin.
Yeah.
I think you should move back in. Ugh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I do think it's interesting that he is willing to go on board with Ava, though.
I thought it was dumb that Laura felt the need to tell Ava not to seduce her husband.
Right.
Ava's not trying to get with him. He's boring.
She fell in love with Kevin. I'm quoting, air quote, but she didn't fall in love with Kevin. She fell in love with Ryan, imitating Kevin.
Exactly.
So Kevin is not going to be attractive to...
Ryan's imitation of Kevin was not imitating Kevin because Kevin wouldn't have done 95% of the things that Ryan did. If they were the exact same, then you could say, oh, okay, maybe. But I don't understand why that even crossed her mind. And if you're getting back together with this man, shouldn't you trust him?
Maybe.
Move back into my house. But I'm concerned that you're going to end up hooking up with this person that was hooking up with your brother when she thought it was you. Okay, that sounds like a marriage that's going to work.
But then Ava says that she hasn't seen vengeance in Ryan. He threw her over a bridge.
Right. Wait, and that also brings me to this whole severed hand thing. Curtis asked TJ. I kept wanting to call him JT, and I knew that was wrong. TJ about what are these meds, blah, 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 which they didn't say was in connection to the whole Ryan thing, but it obviously is, right? I didn't need to know what those meds were to know that that hand was cut off with purpose, because if your hand gets ripped off in an accident, it's not a clean, perfect across cut.
No.
And that hand that he received was a perfect cut.
Yeah.
So it was obviously taken off intentionally.
For somebody, I watch so many murder shows. That just grossed me out.
Well, now you know what drugs to take if you ever want to sever.
If I ever want to sever my own hand, I know what to inject myself with.
But really, like, why was that a question?
All right, so while we're talking about TJ, let's talk about the fact that he stole his mom's medical records.
Yeah.
That's crap.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ugh.
That was wrong.
Well, no, and then, okay, I have a soapbox about him.
Okay.
When TJ was talking to Molly about her concern about Christina, his response to Christina's trauma, she was abused. I mean, and their abuse is never okay, ever, 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 ever. She wound up in the hospital over it, you know. He didn't just smack her once.
Right.
And it's still not okay, even if he did smack her once.
Right.
But he says that people of privilege, or no, what did he say? She's grown up with so much money and all these people around her and everything. Everything that he said in response to that is exactly why there is a horrible stigma around mental health, and the fact that he works in the medical community is such a problem. You know, he was minimizing her trauma because she came from money.
Right, right.
And he said the phrase, that is the most backhanded shaming. There's so many people who go through worse.
Right.
Everybody's trauma and experiences are different.
Yes. Yes.
That is why, but now we're seeing, you know, we've seen how many people who are survivors of massacres now killing themselves.
Right.
You know, mental health, like everything that he said was just so wrong, and is why people don't go and get treatment.
Right.
And
you shouldn't need to feel like your problem is worse than someone else's to validate it.
no, and people of privilege can experience bad things and struggle with recovery just the same as people who don't have the money.
Right.
You know, that has nothing to do with it. So, and I'm surprised that Molly didn't say anything because...
Right. She's like
on
top of everything.
I don't know. So... I was thinking... Oh, sorry. Did you have something else?
No, not with that. I wanted your feelings on the whole Shiloh and Sam getting naked.
That was weird.
And I wasn't understanding her reaction afterwards.
No.
Okay.
And how did he not pick up on the fact that she was doing something behind her back?
Right. Oh, my God. Yes.
But seriously, how did he not pick up on that?
Right. Like, that wasn't sly at all.
No.
She had, like, both hands
She was
behind her
so
back.
obvious.
Yeah. But I feel like he just must be blinded by the fact that he wants her, because he doesn't seem to pick up. Like, he seems to have a little bit of a reserve with her, but he doesn't seem to think that she is lying. Whereas Willow's mom, what's her name? Harmony?
Yes.
Harmony is like, you are no good. I am not even buying this.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
But I didn't understand Sam's reaction, like going to Jason afterwards and being like, hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, yeah, I mean, you knew this was going to happen. Obviously, I didn't expect you to sleep with him, but like, you've done worse for your job. You'll be okay.
Right. And she actually did not take off her shirt. But I guess just being put in that position.
I'm not saying it would be emotional, but I feel like she should have been mentally prepared for that. If it was unexpected, okay, but
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I would feel.
And
in
not
that position,
that and it wasn't, I'm trying to think of how to word this. It wasn't like it was done in a way that is not typical. I mean, he took off his shirt and he wanted her to take off hers.
Right. He didn't rip her shirt off. There was no force behind it. Like, she obviously had herself in a position she didn't want to be in, but it wasn't like she was fearful that he was like going to rape her or something.
Right. Thank you. That's pretty much where I was trying to go with that, but trying to figure out a good way of.
I'm not as nice as Shannon is. She's so much more politically correct than I am.
I'm not though, but that's just a tough one though, because
I didn't feel like that fear was there.
No.
So.
No. Especially with what her end goal is.
Yeah.
It's not like she didn't know that sex was part of the deal at some point.
Exactly.
You know, and it's not like you said, like that he was making it seem that he was going to
force her to do anything she didn't want to do.
Yeah. So, all right. So Oscar wants to change his name.
I think that's dumb.
Okay. Do you think maybe he would want to add Kane, like his dad, to his name before he adds Quartermain?
Right.
How did Drew not say, hey, thanks?
Yeah.
Sorry. Like that, I thought that was a trap.
Drew didn't change his name.
No.
Drew didn't add Quartermain to his name.
No. He's Drew Kane. So Oscar should be Oscar Nero Kane Quartermain. Go ahead. Triple it up. Yes. But I did love when Cam was like, Quartermains are insane in front of all of them.
Yes. And they were all like, Yep.
Like, yeah, not even going to argue with that. I did like that they let him on the motorcycle, though. You know, and I totally understand Kim's point of view where he could have a seizure. I mean, that's an adrenaline rush. I mean, that is not...
Right. And how's Jason going to stop the bike safely and help him? And I'm glad that they let it play out that he didn't have a seizure because Jason he would never got over that.
No.
So I'm glad it was just a good experience. It was on his bucket list. He got it done.
Yep.
There you go.
Yes. And I'm thinking that Drew and Kim are not going to get together.
Yeah, they keep leaving space and bringing
Julian back. Yeah. But I feel it's like one of those unfortunate things, you know. Olivia and Julian seem to really get along because they're realizing, all right, listen, you know, we just need to do what's best for our kid, you know. So they went together to go wake him up, you know. So I really think that, and how Oscar said, I want my dad and Jason to act like brothers. Well, brothers can fight.
Right.
But you know, I thought that was interesting. So going to be interesting. I do think that the Kim Drew thing is not going to happen.
Maybe in a while.
I don't know. I feel like if it hasn't happened yet, it's not going to.
No, because I think that Oscar actually dying is what would trigger it.
Yeah, maybe.
Them comforting each other, because they're the only two that's going to understand how the other one feels.
Oh, then she'll get pregnant. Oh, that's going to be so horrible.
No.
Why are they going to do that?
Don't do that. No.
Oh, God, I hope they don't do it. Remember how Sonny and Ava did it in the crypt? The Quartermain crypt?
Stop, I'm covering my ears.
Kim and Drew, stay out of the crypt.
Stay away from the cemetery,
Yeah.
No.
Ew.
Okay, that was some foreshadowing that does not need to happen. No.
That is our not...
They're going to get together because they're the only two that understand. They're not going to get her pregnant.
I hope not.
No. I was going to say, isn't she too old? But Carly's pregnant.
Carly's proven that point. Is there anything else this week? I think that was pretty much it.
I don't think so.
All right.
I think we got pretty much... We talked a lot, actually.
We did.
We got everything in here.
This was a little bit longer, but we talked about the Emmys. So
Sunny and Jason talked about the fact that Christina was drugged with narcotics because Britt ran the tox screen, and Sunny wants Shiloh eliminated, and Jason is like,
nope.
I'm not sure that we're ready to go there yet. And, Michael and Sasha are both sick because they hooked up last week.
First of all, Carly's face, though, when she was like, I had a great workout.
Yes.
That was so good.
Yes. I was like, oh. I did think it was cute, though, whenever Carly asked Michael, like, what was behind that smile, and she was like, there's something behind that smile, and he was like, yeah, but I'm not going to tell you. And that felt like a real mom-son interaction for that age, and I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know. But yeah, my favorite of all the week was Maxie getting ready because I really loved Nina being like...
And then she said something about red. She said something interesting about like the red and the black, the dresses, about the colors. And I can't remember what it was because it was cute. It was along those...
cute. I can't remember. It was good.
I can't remember. Darn it.
Yeah, free gift with purchase. That's what stuck out.
I thought that was funny.
So.
All right. Something that we said that we were going to start doing is maybe doing like a little fan shout out, you know, for people that are...
Yes, because we finally have some fans.
Yeah. So this week's shout out is on Instagram, Corinthos Organization. Great account. Does some videos from the episodes and everything. Ooh. So be sure to go check them out and follow. And I'm thinking that we should figure out some way of doing a contest.
Oh.
Not right this second, but trying to think of some way to do a contest. So we are hoping to go see Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson in Pittsburgh. So if you're in Pittsburgh, we're going to be at the Improv on May 28th.
Come say hi.
Come say hi. We will, maybe we should, I don't know, we should try to do like a meetup or something. I don't know.
Oh, that would be fun.
It would be, but between after school, see, this is the mom problem.
Yeah.
Between the kids are getting home from school, okay, we have to have dinner, and then we're going to, then we get to go have our time.
Right.
There's probably not going to be time for that, but we'll figure this out. But we're trying to get the VIP tickets, and we're seeing that they might be sold out, but we are really, really, really working hard to...
Yes, because I need that picture. Shannon got to go last year without me.
Yeah.
I had something going on. I could not.
You babysat someone. You babysat. Oh, and the worst part is, I totally get it, because it was a family that is new to the area and doesn't have family, and they got tickets to the Steeler game, and so you babysat.
Yes.
Which I thought that was just so sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
They moved away. They moved back to Florida. Yes. A couple months after that. They had 2 cute little boys. But yes, that I could not cancel
that
on
was
them.
of all the reasons. I mean, I get it.
I mean, if you live in Pittsburgh, you know how important a Steeler game is. So I don't care. I don't care either. I don't know if we're allowed to say that. We might be canceled on someone hears us say that. But yeah, they had tickets to the Steeler game, and I could not cancel on them no matter how much I wanted to. Because that would not be nice.
Need to be honored. And that was a kind thing. And I did. I got a picture with both of them.
And I didn't. So I need a picture, please.
Yes. And they're funny. So super excited.
I can't wait.
We're going regardless.
Oh, definitely.
We really need to get the VIP.
Yeah.
Especially since I want to give them a gift.
Yeah.
So
right.
There's that. Okay, so this Thursday, we're going to be talking about part 2 of the Webbers.
Part 2.
So if you haven't listened already, last week Amanda took us through, we're breaking it up in the 60s through the 80s, but the Webbers didn't come on in the 60s. So it was only the 70s and 80s, and they got a lot done in that short amount of time.
They did.
So go back and listen to part 1 if you have not already listened. Maybe listen as a refresh to part 2, which is the 90s through today, coming up this Thursday. And you can listen on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. And we are on YouTube.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. I think that's it. So give a listen on Thursday.
Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to subscribe and follow on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever you listen to. Also, please give us a review. This helps us know what you like.
You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And also, we're not perfect, so if there is something that we messed up or something that we missed, or if there's just something that you want to talk about, let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.